Bender, Mindbender, Doctor if you're nasty. Welcome to GI Reviews. Welcome, welcome. Today we are taking a look at the classified series, the retro line, Dr. Mindbender. You see what we got going on, both in and out of packaging. I really like these retro versions because they usually throw in something, whether it be part of the figure, as in a paint app, or something different, maybe an entirely different uniform, the accessories and whatever. It's been, from what I've seen, it's been going pretty well. And hopefully, with Doc Mindbender, that run will continue. So, moving that aside right there, you see, obviously I've got two of them. You see the packaging and what's going on in the packaging. And then we have our little bio here and the cutout. Dr. Mindbender, role, master of mind control. Dr. Mindbender was once an orthodontist. This fool used to mess with teeth, who made the tragic mistake of experimenting on himself while tinkering with electric brainwave stimulation as a means of relieving dental pain. He underwent a complete personality change and became hateful, deceitful, and vain. His personal mission is now to bring the miracle of thought control to Arion. That readout is in several different languages, but we were only concerned with the one. And since we already saw that I have a Mindbender out of packaging, we may as well get right down to it. You may recall we got Mindbender a couple years ago as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And I brought the packaging right here for that. Let me zoom out a little bit. It's taken up, I didn't think it was going to take up the entire the entire screen, but yeah, there it is. And it was some very nice packaging. It came in a sleeve, and it had doors to open up. And you see mine is missing because I've got my Mindbender in a display in my room there. Still have some of the accessories that it came with. And we do have some of these accessories, not everything that this one came with, but we did get some. And you saw when you looked in packaging, it was a pretty fair amount for a retro card. So I am pretty thrilled about that. And speaking of those accessories, what we got here is these little doozies of weapons. Try to zoom in a little bit so we can see what we got going on. Still not getting it correctly. That looks like about the best we're going to get. Let's see what happens when I play this game. Yep, that's about the best we're going to get. Yep, we could see it there. Cool. And this is like almost like a dental tool, almost. You know what I'm saying? And then we get these two doozies right here, and they have, you see those. Oh, there we go again with the non-focus. And after toiling to get it in focus, I finally got them in focus. You see these peculiar looking instruments. You see we've got a peg back there on both of them. That's because we get this tube, this hose, which you can peg. I'll put one down and connect it up to one side there. And then we've got this little doozy, and you peg it to, I think it goes to the top here, and the longer peg pegs onto Mindbender's belt or something like that. So you have that. We also have the stand that comes with the set. And you see it's got the Cobra thing going on. And we do have one more accessory. I already pre-loaded Doc with his side weapon. And this is what it looks like. Fits in very snugly. Put your arm down there and get your back. So let's before we even go any further, I had already shown the packaging for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I figured it's time to break out that SDCC exclusive version right there so we can see whatever differences there may be. And for the most part, there are none. The actual metallic paint is more metallic on retro than it is on Comic-Con version. We do get the paint on the buckles and everywhere else, so that's a plus. We've got paint here on the boot lining here at the top. On our retro, we don't get that on the SDCC version. We basically get the same head sculpt. Everything is the same. Now here's something that's different that I noticed as soon as I took it out of the packaging, meaning the retro. And first let's look at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive as I turn him to the rear. He's got, of course, the soft goods cloak there. And when I turn the retro, you see the difference right there. Hasbro went on and stitched the Cobra logo, the Cobra icon, avatar, whatever you want to call it, on the back of that cloak. So you've got that difference right there. On the sides, looking at the gauntlets, it's the same thing like with all that metallic with the harness. It's a little bit more metallic looking, as you could see there, as opposed to what we got with the SDCC version. So they did manage to change some up. Now the question is, which one do you prefer? And I mean, it's very minimal. You've got the paint apps around the boots, and then of course the Cobra emblem on the back of the back of the cloak. You may like that, but also keep in mind that when posing, how often will his back be to the viewer? So definitely keep that in mind. So that's the comparisons of our Doc Mindbender. The articulation, we've seen it before, but for the sake of this, we'll do it again. And then we'll get up out of here because this was just really a comparison and to basically open and see the differences and the similarities. So you see what I'm going on with the head without talking about it. We've got neck articulation too. The neck is on a ball joint, both top and bottom. The head is on that. So you see everything that we get going on. We get with the arms, of course, he can T-pose. He's got the butterfly joints, which are nicely hidden by the cloak and the harness. So that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So he got that, and he can come forward. The harness will impede, however. You've got caveats to everything, apparently. So they'll keep Doc from getting his arms any closer than that. We've got the bicep swivel. We've got the double jointed pinless elbows. And that's something I need to check. Off camera, I just checked to make sure that our SDCC version was also pinless. So nothing new there. As far as our torso articulation, he's got an ab crunch. You can go back that far. You can go forward that far. And his waist is on a ball joint. So you're going to get your turns from there. Hips that far out. Of course, you got the drop downs, as you can see there, which leads to the kicking. You got like that. You've got the thigh cut. You've got the double jointed knees, pinless of course. Nice range, and nothing in terms of, oh no, I'm wrong. The boots do swivel up there, so that's cool. You can point the toe that far forward, that far up. You got ankle pivot. You got holes at the bottom of the feet, and essentially, it's you know, they didn't go overboard with the change-ups, and of course, you know, they could only give a limited amount of accessories compared to the SDCC version. But I think this, we got the fall there. You know, that's being left on camera. No need to change that up. The least I could do is get them centered, though. But no real significant changes, which I think is a good thing. Enough to make it different from the SDCC version, but not so much that if you do already have the SDCC version, you could skip over it if you so desired, unless you really want to get that emblem on the back, because I don't believe you would want to get it just because of the paint apps around the boots. But you might. That may move you. But it's always available there, so it's pretty cool. And it's also cool if you did get the SDCC version and you're the kind of person that you don't want to open up your exclusives. Now you've got an option. You get your Dr. Mindbender, and real quick, that was an issue back then too. Dr. Mindbender was heavily sought and you know, politicked and campaigned by the community to get in plastic. And when we did get it, it was the same year we got Serpentor, and Serpentor was the same thing. Exclusive treatment. And, you know, that's crazy when the most wanted characters, the most wanted figures are only available as exclusives. And now, took a couple years, but we've got Doc Mindbender available to the general public. So here they are, one last shot together. We've got on our left the G.I. Joe Classified Series retro card version of Dr. Mindbender, and on our right, the SDCC exclusive version of Dr. Mindbender. And like I said, you know, the similarities are minimal. Oh, I did not mention, I'll do so now, that the paint apps on the lower torso, the legs, they're both essentially the same color, just different shades. Our retro is brighter. The SDCC version are very dull and matted. So that may swing your vote towards getting the retro, because it is a little bit more vibrant, the pant legs. But other than that, these guys are the same except for the rear, the cloak with the Cobra emblem on the back there. You saw the accessories, pretty decent amount for a retro card figure, so I can't argue there, I can't complain there. And yeah, so make your decision. Pass, go, both, none, whatever you want to do. Anyway, it's been a comparison vid for the retro carded Dr. Mindbender. I've got one more comparison vid to do with the three that came out this go round. That's going to be the Cobra Viper, and that is a figure that's definitely been controversial and has had many different versions over the last 4 years or so. So we'll check that out, and let me know what you guys think. So yeah, until that time, GI Reviews. Take care.